we continue the before class. Before class explained about the electric current. Means electric current is nothing but continuous flow of electrons. Continuous flow of electrons in a circuit is called electric current. Now I am discussing about the potential difference. Potential difference. So this is a one conductor. And these are the electrons moving from A to B. Electrons are moving from A to B. Fe. Fe is nothing but electric force. Electric force. And from A to B, the distance is L. The distance is L. So what is here? The distance is work done in this conductor is electric force. Is an electric force moving a distance A to B. Distance L, moving a distance L is called as a potential difference. Okay, Namma? See, the potential difference is denoted as V. Is denoted as V. Here delta, we are giving delta. This delta explains about change in voltage. Change in voltage means the voltage is changing from one A to B. So delta V is equals to W by T. W by Q. Q is the work done. So how much amount of the work done here? Fe, electric force. Q, W by Q. Means W by Q is nothing but what's meant by Q? Charge. What is meant by Q is charge. Means Fe into L by Q. Here W is equals to F into E. F is electric force and the electrons are traveling distance L. Electrons are traveling the distance L is called potential difference. Is called potential difference. The SI unit of the potential difference is volt. The SI unit of potential difference is volt, denoted by V. Denoted by V. Okay, this is about potential difference. Once again, I will explain about the potential difference. It is take one conductor. The electrons flow from in this conductor from A to B with the help of an electric force. Electric force per unit charge. Per unit charge through a distance L. Through a distance L is called potential difference. Is called potential difference. Okay. By seeing this diagram only, we can easily explain the definition. We can easily explain the definition. See, by seeing the diagram, I will explain about the definition. Next, coming to next topic, Ohm's law. Ohm's law. What's meant by Ohm's law? V is directly proportional to I. V is directly proportional to I. See, for example, this is 10 volts. So, electron. Current 1 ampere. See, 1 electron or number of electrons. See, if more number of positive charge at this side, the more number of electrons moving towards the positive charge, then we will get 1 ampere. If more number of electrons moving to the positive charge side. For example, this is now 20 volts. Now current is I. 2 amperes. So do you understand? See, number of electrons attracting towards the positive charge, the current is increasing. I is equals to 1 ampere. I is equals to 2 ampere. Means here the temperature is constant. Temperature is constant. Okay, when the temperature is constant, how the graph will be? See, for example, voltage, current, current. VI graph. This is nothing but VI graph. See, like this. For example, see here 20 volts, 10 volts, 20 volts, 1 ampere, 2 ampere. Like this. See, temperature is constant now, so temperature is constant. If it is 80 volts, 8 amperes means 8 amperes, 80 volts. 80 volts. Now temperature is constant. There is no any fluctuations. There is no any fluctuations in this graph. There is no fluctuations because here in Ohm's law temperature is maintaining the constant. Temperature is maintaining constant. That is V is directly proportional to I. V is equals to IR. V is equals to IR. V is equals to IR means more number of electrons attracting towards the positive charge. So I is equals to current is also increasing. So here temperature is constant. With the help of experimental, I will explain with the experimental basic. See, this is an iron spoke. It is a good conductor connected to a battery and switch. Okay, here the resistance of this iron spoke is very large. A large resistance. So when the resistance is large, so it will take more power, it will take more current. If temperature is also constant at that moment, temperature is also constant. So now what will happen if the iron spoke resistance is large? According to the resistance of the material only, we will get this graph. We will get the clear about this graph. So here also we will get same resistance of a graph in a constant value, constant temperature. In place of iron spoke, if you keep LED, one LED. So in LED we will get fluctuations. Why? Here temperature is not constant. In these fluctuations, temperature is not constant. Somehow it will decreases and somehow it will increases. So at that moment our graph will get like this, or like a curve. So here Ohm's law is not applicable. Here Ohm's law is applicable depending upon the resistance of a good conductor. Either it is thin resistance or it is thick resistance. The current value will be increases or decreases in Ohm's law, but temperature is constant. Our graph is also a constant graph we get. Force. So let us discuss about this electromotive force. When ends of the conductor connected to a battery, here electrons moves from negative terminal to positive terminal of a battery with a drift speed. What is meant by drift speed? Means electrons moving from a high speed from one terminal to another terminal because of electrical force Fe. Means ends of the conductor connected to a battery. The electrons move from negative terminal to positive terminal with a drift speed because of electric force Fe. At the same time, the charge of negative ions. Here the charge of negative ions. Positive terminal to negative terminal against the Fe. Okay, means here at the same time charge of negative ions move from positive terminal to negative terminal against the Fe. Hence chemical force Fc taken place in this. Hence chemical force Fc is going to take a place in negative ions. In the negative ions means the work done by the chemical force in the negative ions moves from positive terminal to negative terminal is called EMF, is called electromotive force. Here work done by the chemical force Fe, work done W, chemical force spent the chemical force Fc, means W is equals to Fc into D. And how much charge we are spending here? How much charge? Fc into D. D is the distance of the conductor. D is the distance of the conductor. Fc is the chemical force spending on the conductor. Charge spending on the conductor. Fc into D. So according to ideal condition, Fe, electric force, is equals to Fc, chemical force. Fe is equals to Fc. Fe is equals to Fc. Means here I have to calculate for 1 coulomb of chemical force. Work done on 1 coulomb of chemical force Fc. How much amount of the work done 1 coulomb of chemical force is W by Q is equals to Fe into D by Q. Fe into D by Q. So I am writing the word. Here work done by 1 coulomb of charge. 1 coulomb of charge is given by W by Q is equals to Fe into D by Q. Fe into D by Q. Here, so now what is meant by EMF? I already said charge of negative ions. Charge of negative ions move from positive terminal to negative terminal is called as EMF. Is called EMF. It is denoted by epsilon. It is denoted by epsilon. Here epsilon is equals to W by Q is equals to W by Q is equals to Fe into D by Q. Fe into D by Q. So once again I will explain about electromotive force. So here I am taking one conductor. In this conductor, electrons moving from positive terminal to negative terminal. Electrons moving from positive terminal to negative terminal with a drift speed because of electric force Fe. Because of electric force Fe. At the same time, negative ions moving from the charge, negative ions moving from positive terminal to negative terminal. Positive terminal to negative terminals with a chemical force Fc. With a chemical force Fc means simple electrons negative to positive. Next, negative ions. Negative ions moves from positive to negative. This is the main concept. This is the main concept. Positive to negative. Here electrons with the help of Fe moves with the help of electric force. Here negative ions against the electric force. Against the electric force. Okay. This is about EMF. Free electrons moving in a conductor. Moving in a conductor. Moving in a conductor collides with neighbor electrons and atoms is called as a drift speed. And means free electrons moving in a conductor collision with electrons and atoms. That is called as a drift speed. Next, electric shock. Our human body is also having a resistance. So 100 ohms. If the body with salt water, to 5 lakh ohms if the skin is dry. Skin is dry. For example, how much amount of the current will affect the body, functioning of the body? Let us see. If I is equals to question mark, V is equals to 24 volts. V is equals to V by R. 24 by 1 lakh. Resistance 0.0024 amperes. 24 amperes. So in this current, no body is not affected. Body is not affected. Not affected. Okay. For example, if you take 240 volts, if you take 240 volts, I is equals to V by 240 by 1 lakh. 240 by 1 lakh means again 0.0024 amperes. 24 amperes. Just we will feel in this. We feel body felt the shock. Body felt the shock. At 240 volts, body felt the shock. Means at this moment we recognize we are affected by the electric shock. We recognize we are affected by the electric shock. Likewise, if I is equals to 0.07 amperes, 0.07 amperes, functioning of the heart will disturb. Function of heart will disturb. So D-U-S-T-U-R-B, disturb. At this place, function of heart will disturb. If same amount of the current will be same amount of the electric shock taken our human body for a longer time, then heart attacks will be taken place. Human body, particular person will be killed. Human body will die or killed. Means at 0.07 ampere, function of heart will be disturbed. And at the same amount of the electric shock taken for a long time, and it is affected our body, the person will be going to die. This is called electric shock. Next concept.